Woo, I just love that. Look here, we want to welcome you. I do like to see where people are chiming in from. So if you could just put in the chat where you're calling in from. Denver, glad to have you on here. Colorado Springs, of course, Brother Malcolm, love you, man. Who else is on the line? Howdy, yes, howdy, hi. Utah, Knoxville, Tennessee. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Brother Rimbeto, I see you there driving in your car. Glad to have you all. Old and aloha from Denver, Brother Nam. Awesome, brother. Let me see if I can see all of you out there. There you go. Let me do that and let me put spotlight there so you can see me. But then look here. We want to thank you for taking out of your Monday evening. And just to let you know who I am, I'm Jermaine Johnson. I am, well, Money Magnet is the organization that we are here by, but my name is actually Jermaine Johnson. And just to give you my short Dun and Bradstreet, actually in the year 2000, I was one of the top 5 youth pastors in the nation. I've been in Charisma, Christianity Today, Promise Keepers, BTTB, all those types of things. Come out of the grand old Church of God in Christ, the largest Pentecostal denomination, and from the largest church in Los Angeles or in the United States within the Church of God in Christ. And so I was always raised around the church with my grandmothers and all the deacons, and all of the deacons of the church years ago, they started to take me around those Amway conventions and A.L. Williams. And so I say all that just to let you know who I am, but then also to say, look, I don't make any apologies because, I don't want to sound preachy and I don't want to sound salesy, but I've always had a heart for building business and building people. And when the deacons of the church started to take me around those conventions, I saw people up there living their dreams and they had time freedom and financial freedom. And so, look, as soon as I could get involved in this industry, whatever you want to call it, direct sales, affiliate marketing, relationship marketing, network marketing. Yes, I said the word. Look here. Look, wholesale distribution. We have all these names for it. All I know is that it works. And so as soon as I could get involved, because I've done everything, Amway, Primerica, ACN, XL, candle parties, shoe parties, lingerie parties. Y'all pray for me about that one. I've done everything. Cutco, Kirby. I did the knives, the vacuum cleaners, legal plans. It was over there where I made about $1 million. And to go from being broke to making $30,000 in a day was crazy. When I used to rake up pennies to buy hot dogs and top ramen, seriously. And so I thank God for what this industry has done for me and for my family. But guess what? We're just getting started. And honestly, I have been searching for a minute. I was searching for something else real that lasted because you can only sell junk one time. And so, yeah, y'all should write that down. And so I was searching. And so it was about 15 years ago that my wife and we got exposed to the health and wellness space, particularly skincare. And for my accountants, and I do want to talk business in a minute, but what we came to learn is that health and wellness, particularly skincare, is what accountants call a vice stock. And a vice stock are industries that continue to grow during a recession or not. And for those of you that are taking notes, those vice stocks are gambling, alcohol, pornography, sports, and particularly health and wellness, particularly skincare, because people love to mask what they're going through. And it has such a great retention because when people find something that works for their skin, because who do you know with skin? Okay, that's the first thing. Who do you know that's trying to look younger or feel better or turn back time? Everybody. So this is something that everybody has a need for. They just don't know about it. And so when we saw this coming to North America, my wife and I said, look, this right here is huge. And so what you are about to see now is known as Riman. And Riman stands for Reborn, Rebirth, Gift of God, and Independence. I like all of those. Y'all should write those down. And so these are our three verticals: ICD, Boda Lab, and Lifening. Now, to expedite this presentation, because I truly respect your time and joining us here on this Monday evening, let me just share a few things with you though. Guys, this right here is powerful. This is, see, from a business standpoint, I don't like high risk. I do like high reward. So I needed to know that this was proven. And this is so rare in the industry. Riman had already been established in 2018. Guys, it was already ranked as, or it had already done $2.5 billion. Hold on, billion. Y'all heard that? $1 billion in revenue. Already rated as the #1 K beauty brand, had already sold 40 million bottles of just one of the active creams. Guys, do you know that South Korea only has 50 million people? For them to sell 40 million of one, is that good or good? And then they said they're going to launch in North America back in March 18th, 2023. We look, my wife and I got involved 18 days after they launched here. And when we saw it, we said, oh, this right here is amazing. And so we had to be a part. And I will say publicly, being transparent, when we saw it, look, there were no brown people here. There were no white people here, Caucasian, right? There were no black people here. We were there, and it was a room of Korean people that they knew about it. We didn't know about it. And see, I say that because one of my mentors said the way to success is to find out where everybody else is going and you get there first. And so we saw an opportunity here. And then they said, look, we're going to launch. Our goal is to be in 50 other countries over the next 5 years. I'll throw this in here as a tip. Forbes magazine says the best time to ever position yourself in an opportunity is when they're in the middle of a product launch and global expansion. So since then, guys, we launched Hong Kong, we launched to Mexico, we launched in Malaysia, Singapore, and now we are launched right now as of yesterday, pre-launch and launching into the Philippines, guys. That's huge. Now, also, I want to highlight over here in the corner that look, up there in the middle, that's our headquarters in Seoul, Korea. But also over to the right there in the corner, that is our brand new 33,000, $14 million building in Irvine, California that the founders at the company purchased for us. We told them to lease a building. They said, no, we want to show you our commitment to being a legacy company and opportunity. And then you see us highlighted there on the Hyundai Mall there. I've been to that mall in South Korea because my wife and I shop everywhere. And then also on the Globe in Las Vegas. And at the bottom there, you see our last convention in Las Vegas. I'll talk about that as well. Now, this is Chairman Han. He was the #1 product formulator in all of Asia. Hold on, it doesn't get any better than that. Do you think he knows what he's doing? The #1 product formulator in all of Asia? But here's the clear distinction. He was looking at his daughter sleeping and he saw her skin and its glow. And he said, what if I could invent something that allowed everybody to maintain their youthful glow no matter what their age, ethnicity, or skin type? And so he went to work. And I'll say it clearly, guys. Look, what makes us so distinct is we made our own plant. Hold on, doesn't get any better than that. These are our brands. Again, I've already told you, ICD, our skincare, Boda Lab is our hair care and our body care, and then our Lifening, because usually what's going on, that's for your internal, because usually what's going on your skin is a direct reflection of what's going on in your gut. So this is the clear distinction, because you can go to Walmart, Target, anywhere else. You can go to the department store and buy skincare, but do you know what's in it? Do you know the water type? Do you know that the United States has not passed federal regulation on the skincare industry since about 1938? Do you know that our products are Eve Eve vegan certified and Germaderma tested. Do you know that over in the United States, we've only banned about 1,200 substances out of our skincare? Do you know in EU, they have banned about 30,000. Our products are Germaderma tested. Doesn't get any cleaner than that. So the clear distinctions are our giant beyond poo, also known as Asiatic pennyworth, tiger grass, Centella asiatica. If you've ever seen tigers over in Asia wallow around in the grass, they're not just doing it for fun. They know that in that grass type, they have healing principles in it. And so they wallow around in that grass to heal their cuts and their wounds. And it used to be about the size of a quarter or $50. What we did is we took Jeju lava energy water, and I don't have time to do a geographical lesson here, right, for the sake of time, but yet, just to help those of you that are taking notes, because some of y'all like, really, lava energy water, yeah, right. Look, y'all know under volcanoes, there's water trapped for hundreds of thousands of years. Now, one of you probably just said, because I know there's always about two critical analytical people on the line, you're like, yeah, can you get it else? Yes, you can get it in other places. In Spain, it's too sandy. In Japan, it's contaminated under the volcano there. In Hawaii, it's too deep. So therefore, the only place that you can get this lava energy water is on Jeju Island. It's the Hawaii of South Korea. It is a UNESCO heritage site. And we have a 20-year contract with them to use this lava energy water in our skincare, because the majority of skincare products, they use sterile water. Do you know that sets us apart from everybody else? Then what other companies can't even afford to do is nanoliposomal technology. Say that a few times. Look here, what it is, for those of you that have ever watched all the Marvel films, yeah, nanoliposomal, it breaks it down to its lowest common denominator so it can penetrate to the lower epidermis of skin. You know you have layers of skin, and you know the skin is the largest pore in the body. Grandmama, you know, you say that you can take garlic, rub it on the bottom of your foot, and taste it in your mouth. Some of y'all gonna try that tonight, huh? Y'all crazy. Look here, but this is it. This is what it does. So actually, we don't say we do skin care, we do skin repair. That was good. Look here. With that said, now this is our Riman campus on Jeju Island. Now, this is what sets us apart from everybody else as well. Our vertical integration. This is how we're able to bring luxury skincare at an affordable cost to everybody, because we go seed to sale. We go farm to face. We own our own power. We own our farms. We own our labs. We own the water center. We own the, yes, hi, thank you so much. I don't know how you unmuted yourself, but I love you, but you messed up my presentation. No, you didn't. Thank you. I'll take questions at the end. I don't mind. Just don't unmute yourself again. Thank you so much. Love you, baby. Look here. With that said, so now these are the farms there. That's a picture of the plant down there on the end there. And so all of those types of things that you can see. Hi, bless you, wonderful, beloved person. Who's talking on my call? Marianne, hi. We're going to mute all of you. And y'all messed up my We're going to mute everybody again. And y'all play team. Also, I do say in my presentations, if you know you're going to sleep, turn your camera off. If you're going to the bathroom, turn your camera off. We want to keep this call professional, and don't unmute yourself no matter what. We love you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Y'all are so wonderful. Love you guys. Now, just to show you what is actually going on, because you don't know me, we just actually met, right? But I want you to see what is actually happening over in Jeju Island and what nobody else is doing.
Jeju Island, the birthplace of Inselderm, where nature and tradition inspire transformation. Made different, elevated to its full potential. The world's first and only smart farm for Pyeongpool, introducing the first of its kind, Giant Pyeongpool. Infused with Jeju lava energy water, a powerhouse of intense hydration and radiant vitality. Experience the legendary glow and lifting effect of K-Beauty. Experience the difference, a difference you'll love. The all-new Inselderm, Riman.
And I don't know if you saw that packaging there on that last slide there, but we just partnered with Pentagram. Pentagram is a Madison Square Garden marketing firm, and they do all the marketing and designing for packages for Louboutin, Lululemon, Gucci, and Louis Vuitton on their cosmetics. And so they actually did our packaging now. And so it has that Chanel feel, but it doesn't have that Chanel cost. Y'all with me, ladies? Look here. And let me say clearly, because I see a lot of the men on here, because the men, yeah, the bro glow movement is real. Because some of y'all are like, but you're a man. Do you really do this? Yes, we do skincare. That was Jeju Island. This is our ICD line, intercellular dermatology, and it has a water-based line and an oil-based. I and my wife, we use the water based during the day, the oil based at night. That's my wife. Let me just show you here though. She's on the cover. She's one of the cover girls for the company and my business partner. And so we too use this product because I know some of y'all are like, you're an African American, you're black, you don't use skincare. Look, I had the same grandmother that some of you all had. They used to tell us all the time that black don't crack and beige don't age and Asian don't raisin. That's a lie. After 40, all of us stop producing as much collagen and all of us start to experience something called slippage. Y'all know what slippage is? That's when things start slipping and sliding in ways that you didn't think they would ever slide. And so after 40, everybody needs some help. It doesn't matter what your ethnicity is. So you better take care of this skin. Look, and so with that said, guys, Dr. Matlock, who is on our scientific advisory board, he's the Beverly Hills 9021 doctor to the stars. He actually said what separates Korean skincare from everything else is because of its practice of cleansing, hydration, and protection. Actually, double cleansing, double hydration, and then protection. So therefore, I love the way he said it. He said it takes care of your past, your present, and your future. Oh, that's so powerful. Then, with that said, also, this is our full line regimen. And some people, right, all my men say, oh, that's just too many products, right? Okay, you keep thinking like that. But once you see how these products work together, it's real simple once you start to doing it. 6, 7, 8, 6 minutes, 7 products, 8 steps. 6, 7, 8, invest in your face. 9 and 10, true beauty starts from when? From within. That's the collagen and the detox. Now, when I came here, I needed to see that, look, it worked for everybody, all skin types, all ethnicities. So I began to get the before after pictures. I began to meet some of these people and I was like, hold on, I thought that was, Photoshop. No, it's real. These people are real. And I'm telling you, this lady here, we actually gave her the product on May the 3rd. Do you see 14 days later what her skin was like? It went from dull to glowing. Then this lady here, just guess her age.
How old are you? 58? 55? 55. She's 55. And look at her skin.
55. 55, her skin is flawless. You see me in the corner there? I love my mother, but I started to look like my mother under the eyes. And I needed something, and my wife said, look, start to use the product right regularly. And I started to use the product and I began to see how all of the wrinkles under my eyes were going away. And I saw the way this product line is so good. You don't even have to have a particular eye serum. You just got to use the product. Then MJ Kim, that's my girl in the middle. That's my business partner. She had 4 children right down in Atlanta, Georgia. After her 4th child, her body took a turn. Her skin took a turn. That is her skin today. Do you see the before after? Then Tim Hur, that's my business partner for many years. Do you see his skin? I knew him then and I knew him and I know him now, and I'm telling you, it works on everybody. Then we just came out, we reintroduced what on TikTok they call the magic mask. And for those of you that are on the line, you're in the affiliate marketing space, brand ambassador space. Let me just throw this in here now. Do you know the search for K Beauty on TikTok is up now 180% year over year? Do you know on Amazon it's up 54% year over year? So if you just want to go on TikTok sale, however you want to share this with other people, just this one product is a game changer. Watch this. As you see, my wife did it faster than me. It's okay. Ladies just can do that. Plus, guys, we mess around and we do it the wrong way with a turtleneck on. That don't work. Look here, guys. But seriously though, that alone has 100% New Zealand collagen. It's the only place in the world that you can get that, the purest form of collagen, and that's what's in that mask. Also, we just came out with what I call healthy makeup. I did not know the toxins that are in some of the lipsticks and the makeups that ladies are wearing out there. And look, this will not be a product line that I may use in particular. No, but look, now, just if my wife uses it and if it so gets on me, you know how it did. Now, look, because of that, I know about the luminous glow cushion and the glow up lip oil and the set and stay makeup spray that you can even wear at night, or the velvet matte butter lip tint. If it gets on me, you know how it did. But I know that my wife now has healthy makeup, so however it gets on me, it's still healthy. Does that make sense? All of my guys, you understand. So this is real. It's a game changer. Then the Bodalab product. Our Beauty by Veganology, our hair care has Desert Cola, the miracle of the desert. The body care, just the body wash in it, has collagen 3. It feels like you're bathing in lotion, but still, pictures are worth 1,000 words. This is from the actual commercial over in Korea. And Korea just doesn't put up commercials without anything being clinically proven, unlike the United States. So this is documented. After 1 week of use, 83% of your scalp trouble level has decreased, 29% of your moisture level has increased, 20% of your strength level has increased, and after 4 weeks of use, 62% of your hair loss has decreased. That's huge, guys. But again, pictures are worth 1,000 words. People are just sharing story after story. And so now I want to talk to you from a business standpoint. Who do you know that's a beautician? Who do you know that's a barber? They can add this brand into their brand portfolio, but because you told them about it, you introduced it to them, you get a percentage as they sell it and carry it as a brand within their store. I need y'all to think bigger. I need you to think distribution points, guys. And then our lifening. I do like to talk about this because it's so important. I didn't know that men and women should have 25 to 35 grams of fiber per day. I didn't know how many people, particularly women, struggle with regularity. I did not know that if you aren't regular, it leads to senility and dementia. This is huge, guys. Just to stay regular, guys, to get the toxins out of you, this Deep Talk Plus is changing lives. We have a lady on the team that she lost about 34, 35 pounds just using this product. And all of my wife's friends comes to get this product if they run out, because it keeps you slim as well. And then the beauty collagen, it's so good, has a pomegranate blueberry flavor that we have a couple of restaurants in the New York area that they got creative and added beauty drinks to their menu and added a drink called the Fountain of Youth with our collagen shot. So who do you know that owns a restaurant? You better tell them before somebody else does. When was the last time that you had a drink that made you look good? Anyway, now, just to show you as we transition to the business side of this, because I'll say up front, everything isn't for everybody and everybody isn't for everything. So some of those products, get back with the person that invited you here and say, hey, I at least want to try those products. I at least want to be a customer. For those of you that, hey, you're thinking, wait, no, this is a good business opportunity, because I know that 48% of people today are living paycheck to paycheck. I know 68% of people that are earning over 6 figures a year right now are living paycheck to paycheck. I know Scranton University just said that 48% of people are not prepared for a $400 emergency. And the average revolving credit card debt that is not being paid down house to house right now today is $7,279.81. So I know a lot of people that are just trying to offset the cost of living to make extra money to get out of debt. So just from a business standpoint, pay attention to this. Watch this.
So I saw this and I'm like, hey, this is something that I could do while my clients are probably getting a treatment. They might be sitting under the hair steamer. They might be laying back in the sink. This is something I could do. we do have a skincare department in my spa. I have a skincare specialist that, do these services. But this is something you could probably do on somebody, 15, 30 minutes, and they're going to see the results right away and they're going to want the product. That is what attracted me to it. I know that the Koreans are notorious for making the best skincare product. Like I said, I don't know what they put in it, if it's, but you see the results right away. Like one of my former employees flew to Korea a few months ago just to go buy skincare. And then when I heard that this was the number one company, I didn't see why I shouldn't partner with them. I mean, my clients are people like Paris Hilton, Naomi Campbell, Claudia Jordan, Aaliyah, Ashanti. I mean, the list goes on and on. And then I have the hip hop dudes too, like Rick Ross, T.I., Memphis Bleak, Ludacris, Venus and Serena Williams, Dwayne Wade, Shaquille O'Neal. So my list is long, right? It's very impressive. So I know these people are into taking care of their skin. So this is a product that I see that could, enhance my business.
So for everybody on the line, look, you're doing your thing. You're doing real estate. You're doing all these other things. But what if you were the person that told this lady about it, esthetician to the stars? She's on my team. Think about distribution points, guys. Look, look, if you're the only one contributing to your income, you forfeit your right for financial freedom in the United States of America. And if you don't learn to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. So look, keep doing what you're doing. Wages on your living, profits on your fortune. Work full time on your job, part time on your fortune. Let me tell you a way how you can just breathe again. But this industry itself, K Beauty, in 2019, it did $10 billion in sales here in the United States. It's predicted to do 30 billion by 2029. Netflix says 60% of its users are watching something with Korean content. Shake Shack just added on a Korean inspired menu. From a business standpoint, it just makes sense. The Korean influence, the K influence, K beauty is everywhere, guys. Look, and then Vogue just said that Korean skincare is like living in the year 2050. And then the United States just put out a report, even in the midst of everything else going on, they said that K beauty is about to be one of the largest imports for GDP here in the US. Guys, that's a clue, guys. Look, and so we used to live in the day. Thank you, whoever unmuted yourself. How can I tried to mute y'all. Enable the waiting room. Okay, let me take the waiting room off. But y'all stop talking. Hi, though, Marianne, you keep getting on. Baby, look here. I'm gonna have to boot you off my call because Marianne, I don't know how you're doing it, but stop it. Look here. Look, we used to live in the day of brick and mortar. Now we live in the day of click and order. 71% of people they buy online and they buy from people they follow online that share videos and posts. So if you find something that works for you, are you going to share it? Yes, because some of y'all are saying, well, I don't do sales. I'm not saying sales, but can you share? See, I share skincare. I sell compliments and confidence. Y'all got that? Hi, oh, Marianne, I'm sorry. I'm going to remove you. There we go. Remove Marissa. Marissa, there you go. Had to take her off. I had to kick her off the island. Okay, good. Don't report her. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. Whoever invited, oh, Marissa, if she's your guest, follow up with her. I love you. I'm sorry, but she's being a distraction now. Anyway, so here's the way you can do it. You can share online. You can share with your inner circle that has skin. And then, unlike other opportunities, you can go B2B. So who do you know that's a barber? Who do you know is a beautician? Who do you know that has a med spa, a day spa? I see some of my sisters here on the line that are those med spas owners, and they're on here right now, guys. Look here. Grandmama said if you got a $20 bill and a $10 bill on the table, which one are you going to take? No, you take both of them. Take both. Stop leaving this money on the table. Look, so all of you here, let me clarify the house. This is not your grandmother's network marketing company. We are a high margin wholesale distribution model. Everybody can get started here as a brand ambassador for $20. Did he say $20? $20. $20, and we don't have any mandatory auto ship. We don't have any of those monthly quotas. Guys, we're not doing all the binary games. And for $20, you have distribution rights franchising opportunities. Whereas now, if you're just in the affiliate space, you can just stay right there, but you can be first to market. That's huge, guys. And so at that point, you can just do brand affiliate. You sign up $20, you have your own URL, your shopping carts. You go post about a product you like, put your shopping cart link there. People go there. You get 10% rebate off of everything that you purchase and everything that other people purchase from your site. Is that good or good? 10%? 10% is good. That's what God asked for, the church, 10%. But for those of you that understand social selling, social retailing, this is huge. The manager and senior manager position. Once you eclipse about 3,000 sales points or 6,000 sales points, which we have a 90% of the dollar um, equivalation. So at that point, I made up a word there. That was good. Look here. At that point, once you eclipse about $3,500 in sales or $6,600 in sales, you then go to 20% or 30%. Is that good? Good. But guess what? I have some people that they understand return on investment. You don't have to wait. You can purchase up to that. You can buy up to the manager position tonight and start off. You can buy up to the senior manager position. So if you want to do it over 3 months, that's fine. But people that understand business and think in terms of investment instead of cost, they said, no, I want to get started. Now, if you have a means of distribution, if you are a person of influence, or you, right, because we aren't the type of company that just tells you to hoard products and set up a garage room full of, no, we're not that type. We don't need to do that because K Beauty flies off the shelf. But we do these things called K pop-ups, sip and samples, go and glows, fountain of youth parties. People come over to the house, try the product. They don't want to wait for their product to get in the mail. Sell them yours. Or if you do have a means of distribution, we have a comparative price agreement. Long as you don't sell below the retail, you can upcharge. I got a guy on this call right now from Bermuda. He's in, yeah, I'll tell it. He's in Bermuda selling it off the cruise ships. He's a team leader already, selling it off cruise ships. As they get off the cruise, he's giving them a Bermudan K-Beauty spritz. Anyway, see, y'all aren't thinking big enough. Now, team leader is for those of you that you understand. You like building teams. One, you love yourself and you love helping other people. And so you understand helping everybody. If you help enough people get what they want, you'll get everything you want. Team leader and above, that's where you can make anywhere from 40 to 54% just off of your retail. That's huge. But wait, guys, there's 6 other ways to get paid in this compensation plan: open group, unilevel, leadership override, revenue share. We have a video to explain all that. We don't have time to go through it, but I'm going to tell you, after 35 years of me being in this industry, this is the most lucrative compensation plan. My wife and I have never made as much money in 35 years in this industry until we found Riman, guys. Now, leadership check match, as you help others get checks, you can get 40%, 20%, 10%, 5% of what you help them do once you get to the team leader position. Let me give you a hypothetical. Hypothetical, let's say for those of you that just want to focus on customers, and we have some people on here, great customer acquisition. Let's say you're just doing 10 customers a month, 12 months, part-time basis. And let's say the average is 200 BP and you're getting 50% of that, that's still an extra 12,000. Let's say you only do half of that, that's an extra 6,000. Let's say you don't do anything, God bless. I don't got time to convince. Look, it's quite all right. Look, but I will encourage you, if you got residual bills, you need to get you some residual income. Is that all right? Now, with that said, this is hypothetical, but let's just say you get started today, August, and let's say August, September, October, November, December, January. By January, you have 1,000 people in your organization, and they understand they don't want to leave any money on the table, so they want to make sure every month that they're getting 1,000 BP to, unlike the unilevel bonuses, additional percentages of the compensation. And let's just say they're doing that on a part-time basis. That's still you getting an extra $33,000 a month, whether you like it or not, part-time, because you just had the vision to see it before anybody else did. You had the vision to get started. Now, let's say the 90-10 rule. You get it 90% wrong, 10% right. That's still an extra 33,000. But see, I'm a king's kid. I believe in the multiplication principle. See, addition is too slow for the God I serve. Look here. Let's say they double that. $66,000 a month coming in. We have people here doing that part-time basis. Lots of people are doing that part-time. It's insane. Right now, because you're seeing it tonight, you have the ability to triple what you're going to do anyway. They're paying out bonuses for you getting that 1,000 SP, right? But then helping 3 other people do it, extra 300. Help them go to the manager position, as I showed you, extra 1,000. Help 3 of those go to senior manager, extra 2,500. Now, because of August, we have special kits. Now, you want to get started with product. Please don't sit here and say, oh yeah, I'm just going to pay my $20 and you don't have any product. One, you want to get your story. You want to be, see, because it's a transfer of your belief. You want to believe in it. So you take your before picture, you use the product, you get your story. Once your belief level's off the chart, it isn't selling, you're sharing this. Because everybody's looking for something this summer that we're coming through. What better time to stay hydrated, to keep your skin youthful and glowing? Guys, but for those of you that you want to get started at the senior manager position, and of course, you can get 4 of the starter kit premium. So you have product to share, so you have product to use, and you have product to resell. You can do it that way. Or if you want to do the manager, well, you get 2 of the premium kits. Wherever you want to get started, you get started. But I have people all the time, and they get started at the starter kit plus, and they say that wasn't enough. And they come back and they upgrade. So I'm going to tell you, and then the starter kit X line, that is just for your own regiment. You don't have anything to share there, but it's enough for you to use. And then those experience kits that you see at the bottom, that's perfect for you to leave behind with an esthetician, with someone that you want them to sample the product. It may only last them about 2 weeks and they're going to be mad at you because you didn't show them that there was more available. So I'm going to encourage you, get in where you can, but get started. If you're in Canada, that's the equivalent. And then guys, what better time to get started? What's going on is Tuesday night orientation tomorrow. See, you don't have to talk the way I talk. And I don't know if you saw, which a couple of times during this presentation, right, outside of all the interruptions, I have a speech impediment. I stutter. They labeled me as handicapped. Look, they said I should only do blue collar work. I started my way into making millions of dollars. Why? Why not? Look, but if public speaking is the #1 fear over death, people would rather be in the coffin than to do what I just did. But guess what? You don't got to talk the way I talk. Just put people in front of the information. Wednesday night, and I apologize that that's the wrong banner there, but Wednesday night, we'll have the same presentation on this same line. So you can get started tonight, be at your orientation tomorrow, learn the ABCs, the 1, 2, 3s of how to do it, then show up here again Wednesday. So we'll help you getting paid and promoted. Then Thursday, look, with 2 of the company's best. Guys, you have every opportunity to explode your business right now after this presentation. Then, what better time for you to be seeing it? Because in about, well, wow, it's about 2-3 weeks, we are all going to be in Las Vegas, September 5th, 6th, and 7th. This is the one time that you can go to Vegas and the odds are in your favor. And for those of you that say, oh, I can't get to Vegas in 3 weeks, look, when was the last time you did something for the first time? You see, the definition of insanity is expecting things to change while doing things always the same. And you've already made all the money you're going to make within your current comfort zone. And everything that you want in life is in the work that you keep avoiding to do. So I want to encourage you, whatever you got to do, plane, train, automobile. And don't give me an excuse, because I know people that sold blood to get to convention. They sold their TV. They sold their PlayStation. I know a guy that sold a car just to get there. Now he can buy any car he wants, pay cash for it. Guys, whatever it is, it's time for you to do something different. And so I'm going to encourage you, get to Vegas no matter what. Now, with that said, guys, that's where you can register. We're going to be at the Rio. We have all of the upgraded rooms at the Rio, so make sure you get in our room block at the Rio. We look forward to seeing you. And as I said, the best time to get started is during a global expansion. Well, as I showed you, the Philippines. The Philippines this is why the Philippines is so huge. It's the #2 market for K-beauty. Guys, we were in pre-launch. I think there was about 7 or 8,000 people pre-enrolled over there. We went there in January and our team is exploding over there. And we went there for one person and now it's turned into, man, it's unbelievable. You've got to look. This is an opportunity of a lifetime, guys. So I'm going to look. This is my last slide. I'm done. But I'll tell you this. 52% of people live in present fear of past regret. I was on a call once with Robert Kiyosaki, and he said, too many of you, you don't ever achieve your full potential because you fail to operate in the collaborative efforts. He said, you all don't work together. He said, and then he started to talk about his ideal of the cash flow quadrant. And he said, too many of you spend your entire life as an employee or self-employed on the wrong side of the quadrant. That's where 95% of people are and only 5% of the wealth is. You got to get to the right side of the quadrant. That's where you can become a Riman business owner and use that to become an investor. See, so many people, they spend their life focused on a pension and they don't ever get to walk in their passion. They say it's a sad thing here in America. One mother can raise 4 children today, but 4 children can't retire one mother. You go to the Walmart, you see our grandparents still working. You go to the Costco, you see our grandparents still working. It took one Oprah to change her family tree, one Bill Gates to change his. Who will change yours? Guys, 52% of people live in present fear, past regret. I pray I said something. You heard something that gets you over the fear. You've been praying for an opportunity, praying for something to change, just to breathe. I was talking to a lady that works for the state of Nevada, and she said, look, I'm not asking for an easy way out. I'm just looking for an easier way. I've been working all my life and haven't been able to go or travel or do anything. I got grandkids now, and I have so much more I want to do. Guys, look, it's your time. Every 11 seconds, someone today is joining an affiliate marketing program. Again, I pray I said something to get you over the fear, but what I don't want is for you to be in that 52 percentile that has that regret. And that regret is in 6 months, your coworker, your neighbor, someone from your family invites you over to their house and you walk in and it's a K pop up. It's a Fountain of Youth party. And guess what? They could have been on your list and on your team, but because you procrastinated, and procrastination is nothing more than suicide on installment plans, because you procrastinated. You see, my mentor told me when opportunity comes to knock at your door, please don't have to run back to get your coat. Run, walk through it. Gone through the door. You don't have anything to lose. Look, I love you to life. I don't love you to death. I love you to life. But I want you to live. I want you to live life. I want you to live it out loud. I want you to live it on your terms. And I want you to live it in total financial freedom and time freedom. And Riman is the perfect opportunity for you to do that. With that said, you all be blessed. I see you in Vegas. Cannot wait to hug you when we get there. Welcome to the Riman family. Welcome to your tribe. Welcome home. Y'all be blessed. Bye. Bye. I'm done, y'all. Bye.